AI is no longer just a buzzword. It's a revolution, and it's reshaping the world of work faster than anyone thought possible. The Institute for Public Policy Research, better known as the IPPR, has already sounded the alarm. They warned that nearly 8 million UK jobs could be lost to AI under a worst-case scenario in just the next 3 to 5 years. Think about that. 8 million livelihoods gone, not in some distant future, but within a single election cycle. And it's not just the UK. Globally, automation and AI are tearing through industries. Finance, law, retail, logistics. The question is no longer if AI will change the job market. The question is how fast and who gets left behind. Reports from the ONS and Deloitte show exactly where the cracks are forming. Entry-level jobs, the classic stepping stones into careers, are being hit the hardest. Copywriting, admin tasks, paralegal research, these jobs have always been the training ground for new workers. But now, ChatGPT-style tools are taking them over at lightning speed. And it doesn't just stop at office jobs. Warehousing, retail, transport, all are being transformed by automation. You've seen it yourself, self-checkouts replacing cashiers, robots moving stock in warehouses, even trials of driverless delivery vans. Each of these innovations might look exciting, but behind every innovation is a worker being quietly phased out. These aren't minor disruptions, they're structural shifts. Entry-level workers are losing opportunities to gain experience, and without those rungs on the career ladder, the whole system begins to change. Tech Radar spelled it out clearly, and it's worth hearing this in full. It should come as no surprise that the jobs the report identified as the most common work activities people seek AI assistance for all involve gathering information and writing, and that the most common activities that AI is performing are providing information and assistance, writing, teaching, and advising. It turns out that interpreters and translators are top of the list when it comes to compatibility with AI, with a stunning 98% of their activities overlapping with frequent co-pilot tasks that have fairly high completion rates. So, if you're thinking of changing careers to becoming a translator, it might be worth considering your options. Also at the top of the list are historians, writers and authors, and journalists. It should be no surprise to also see proofreaders, editors, and PR specialists high up on the list too. In other words, if your job relies on gathering, refining, and presenting information, AI is already standing at your door. Translators, writers, journalists, proofreaders, roles that once felt untouchable are suddenly replaceable. And this isn't just speculation. Already, newspapers and blogs are publishing AI-generated articles. Companies are testing automated marketing copy. Students are submitting essays polished by AI tools. The disruption is already here. What makes this even scarier is the speed. Technology usually evolves in steps, slow, predictable, but AI, it is sprinting forwards. Even the people who build these systems admit they're surprised by how fast progress is coming. Bill Gates put it perfectly. He said AI is the first technology he's ever seen without limits.
Well, it's the first technology that has no limit. I mean, when you invent a tractor or even a cell phone, you kind of figure out, okay, we can figure out how that's going to change life.
Think about that. Cars had limits, electricity had limits, even the internet had limits. But AI has none. As computing power scales up, so does AI's capabilities. And it's happening in real time right now. This speed is why industries are on edge. A job that feels safe today could be obsolete tomorrow. We've seen this pattern before. When factories automated, millions of manufacturing jobs disappeared. When computers arrived, entire offices changed. But AI isn't targeting one sector, it's targeting all of them at once. One recent story out of Sydney, Australia made headlines across the world. Catherine, a 24-year-old medical receptionist, described what it was like losing her job right before Christmas. A Sydney medical receptionist has described the dreaded moment she and others on her team were replaced by artificial intelligence. marking a concerning leap in AI from job-threatening to job-taking. Catherine, 24, worked as a medical receptionist at a clinic in the inner west of Sydney. 4 days before Christmas, her and her 3 young co-workers were called into a meeting where they were informed their roles were being replaced by AI. They basically brought us in and said, "Thank you so much for all your work here. Unfortunately, we found a system where we can now use AI to put through the phones that will be on hold to a natural computer AI, so no one else has to pick up the phone unless they have a free moment," she told news.com.au. That wasn't a test, that wasn't a pilot program, that was 4 young workers gone overnight, replaced by AI. This is happening right now. And stories like this are not isolated, they're becoming more common. In call centres, chatbots are replacing human agents. Let me give you a practical example of just how powerful these AI chatbots can be.
Hey there, how's it going?
I'm good, thank you. I want you to do something for me. I run an accountancy firm and I'm looking to replace my receptionist and replace her with AI. So I need you to pretend to be a receptionist, answer phone calls and direct potential callers to the right accountant. Is that something you can do?
Absolutely, I can step into that role for you. Just let me know how you want to run the scenario and I'll be your virtual receptionist. Feel free to give me any details you want me to include and we can jump right in.
Yeah, I think you just need to get their name, maybe see if they've got an appointment, what time or day that might be, and then direct them to their accountant. So if you can set that up now, and we'll just run through a quick role play to make sure it works.
Absolutely, that sounds like a plan. So let's imagine you've just called the firm and I pick up. Hello, you've reached Grace Malanger & Co Accountancy. This is your receptionist speaking. How can I help you today?
Yeah, hi. I was just calling because I have an appointment later on today and I just wanted to confirm the details.
Of course, I'd be happy to help with that. Could I please have your name and the time of your appointment so I can look it up for you?
Yeah, of course. It's Ian Townsend and the appointment's at 2:30.
All right, Ian. Thanks for that. Let me just check that for you. Perfect. I see your appointment at 2:30 this afternoon. You're booked in with Ms. Patel. Everything's confirmed, so you're all set.
Fantastic. Thank you very much indeed. Thanks for your help.
You're absolutely welcome. If you need any more help or want to run through anything else, just let me know.
It's that easy. In retail, automated kiosks are cutting staff. In logistics, robots are doing work once handled by teams of employees. And this isn't an isolated case. Entire industries are being restructured. Listen to what Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, has said about where this is heading.
Now, some areas, again, I think just like totally gone. I don't know if any of you have used one of these like AI customer support bots.
Entire job categories will be totally gone. This isn't a random critic sounding the alarm. This is coming from the very people building the technology. Leaders at the centre of the AI boom are openly saying it. Roles like customer service, telemarketing, and even software development will not survive in their current form. If the architects of AI themselves are making that point, we should take it seriously. And it's not always that these jobs will disappear entirely. It's that the scale of human labour needed will shrink dramatically. A task that once required a team of 10 may soon only require 3, with AI filling the gap. So what jobs are most at risk in the next 24 months? Translators and interpreters. Nearly 98% of their daily tasks overlap with AI tools. Writers and journalists. Articles, blogs, and even scripts are already being drafted by AI. Proofreaders and editors. Spelling, grammar, and style checks can now be done instantly. Customer service representatives. Chatbots can handle millions of conversations at once. Paralegals and admin assistants. Document review and scheduling are being automated. Sales and telemarketers. Automated outreach systems are outperforming human cold callers. Medical receptionists. As seen in Sydney, front desk jobs are already being cut. And the list doesn't end there. Accountants, entry-level software developers, market researchers, even some teaching roles are increasingly vulnerable. The concern isn't an overreaction, it's a reflection of reality. Real people like Catherine in Sydney have already lost jobs. CEOs like Sam Altman are already saying entire job categories could vanish. The ripple effects are just as real. Fewer jobs mean weaker local economies, struggling families, and pressure on whole communities. So what's being done? Governments are scrambling for answers, some proposing stronger social safety nets, others pushing retraining schemes and coding boot camps. Ideas like taxing AI-driven companies to support displaced workers or even universal basic income are being debated. But these solutions take time, and AI isn't waiting. This isn't a question about the future. AI is already here. Jobs are already being automated, and industries are already changing. The next 2 years could reshape the workforce more than the last 2 decades. If nearly 8 million UK jobs are at risk in just a few years, then the message is clear: adapt, reskill, and prepare. Whether we like it or not, AI is here to stay. It's not slowing down, and it isn't going away. The best way forward isn't to ignore it or fear it, it's to learn it. Understand how AI works, and more importantly, figure out how you can use it in your own industry. So ask yourself, how can you work with AI instead of against it? If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this.